Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 56. We'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And the Patriots, Charles, what more can you say? Last year, Tom Brady moves on, wins the Super Bowl in Tampa. The Patriots struggle home to a 7-9 finish, and everyone says, this is it. Dynasty's finally over. Win the AFC title, and now make their record 12th appearance in a Super Bowl.
And I think you have to just applaud what this organization has done, whether you like them or not, because you hit on it in a big way. Most of us assumed that run was over, but they've retooled, brought in some extra players, changed a few of their philosophies, and here they are again, competing for another Super Bowl crown.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their 4th appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
And for Cam, this is his second start in the Super Bowl. Remember, he took a 15-1 Carolina Panthers team to Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. And he was also the MVP that year as well, before falling to the Broncos. Lots changed in the intervening years. After shoulder surgery, many thought his best days were behind him, but he's worked his way all the way back. And now he's got a chance to get his first Super Bowl ring.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
And I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Rolling to his left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. Nifty move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Steps away. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10. Side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch. He gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the 50, Newton to Michel on the dump off. And the stop here will come. Call it a gain of 12. Get down. Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Newton throwing again. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Pats are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Runs. Now Carson fumbles the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ring on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This complete left side to Aguilar. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Newton. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Folk's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. High throw, but the catch is made. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That escapes the sack. Now he'll escape to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. In this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right. Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Wilson forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Wilson. On the move to his left. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Carson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second down, Michel. And Michel will have the first down and more. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 36-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A play fake to Michel, now Newton. Backs into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson rolling to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Chris Carson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Newton on first down. And caught by Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, this complete to Henry over the middle. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Newton to Michel on the screen. Touchdown! Sony Michel. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Wilson out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. breaks through the contact. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run with Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Throwing now is Wilson. The quick slant caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to... And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cam to throw. Connecting with Aguilar. And a good pickup there as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock up near the 40. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Newton gets this to Myers. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down, so a first down and then some. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.